Welcome back to Life, Biz, and all that jazz. I'm your host, Jasmine Lashotto, and if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning back, thank you. Thank you for coming back. Today's episode is really exciting because I've been wanting to share this for a while, and it's something that's kind of just fallen into place. I didn't plan this. I didn't create this on purpose. It really has just fallen into place, and it's too good not to share. So today we're going to be chatting about my 65 to Thrive program, which is now going to be available shortly. I'm still doing some fine tuning because although I often say it's progress, not perfection, I want to make sure that it's jam-packed and that you have the support to complete the program, complete the full 65 days, with setting your new routines, making your goals, setting your routine to be based around your goals, and actually creating new habits. So for me, obviously, I look at it in a different way than a lot of other people will look at it. Some people might look at it a little bit similar. I really want to make sure that it is suitable, which I know it's already going to be suitable for my neurodivergence, but I also want it to be inclusive. So anyone can use it. So it can be suitable for neurotypicals, neurodivergence. It's all inclusive. The background of it, it's really about creating a foundation for change. So I don't want it to be focused on pressure or something that you feel you dread doing. So creating a routine that is working for you and is perfect for you needs to be exciting. It needs to also be achievable, and it needs to be aligned with your future self and what you want for your goals. So if you've been searching for a way to create momentum, to really kickstart the year, and this can be done at any time of the year, then this is for you. The program is more like a structured, intentional approach to creating habits. And if you've listened to any of my early episodes, you will know about the 66 days to break a habit. It's called 65 to Thrive because 66 just didn't have a ring to it when I said 66 to Thrive, 65 to Thrive. It rhymes, poet, all that stuff. If you haven't listened to the earlier episodes, then it takes 66 days to form or break habits. So if you want to form a new habit or break an old habit, realistically, 66 days. That's broken up into 3 sections. The first part usually is a little bit easier. The second part is really where you're tested. And then the final part, the third part, is where it starts to become easier and it feels quite normal. That's why the 65 to Thrive program helps you decide what your goals are. Then it allows you to break it down, create routines that are so morning and evening routines that are going to support your goals. It comes with a checklist. So for me, I need to have something in my face every single day. My screensaver is my goals. I have a note on my mirror, like a little Canva document, like little post-it thing that I made that has my goals on it. I have my goals out in my main office, and I'm constantly reminding myself. So my morning routine really sets me up for the day, and that's what I really wanted to get really strict on when I did my program. I even have like a countdown for the 65 days that comes with the pack, and you pretty much just tick it off. You write up your goals, and then you just tick off the goals every single day for 65 days. So you really want to have that checklist. I still have a checklist now, which is included in my daily planner. When you're doing the 65 days, you want to have it more focused on the habits that you're breaking and the habits that you're setting. Then you can kind of like have it into your normal routine and have it however you want to have it. But for me, I need to have it in my face every single day because out of sight, out of mind for me. I have my morning routine where I do my morning routine and I tick it all off, and then my evening routine. And that's also on my daily planner, which allows me to have it all in one, and even has my journal prompts and, like my mantras for the day. So that's something else that I have included as a resource. So let's get a little bit detailed. 65 to Thrive has 4 core pillars, which is based on your mindset, your health, your productivity, and connection. It's based on mindset because you need to train your brain to think different. And that's why completing the habit over and over again and counting to 65 is going to allow you to solidify that habit, embed it in your brain, and allow you to know that this is what I want. You're telling yourself that this is what you want. So as you're doing it over and over again, it does seem a little bit repetitive, a little bit of a Groundhog Day moment. However, like, if you want change, you need to put in the work, and it's not easy. And I think the repetitive of it is where it separates people that can do it and really want to change, and then people that don't. The health side as well is based on your mental health and your physical health. It's really important to include some type of exercise throughout your day. So exercise is going to give you momentum. It's going to give you motivation. It's going to give you that boost of energy, that endorphins, and really allow you to take your life to the next level. And it also supports and falls back on all aspects of our lives. Productivity is a big one. I know a lot of people struggle with managing time, their productivity, where this will allow you to break your time down and make sure that you are not doing certain tasks that don't align to your goals. So that's where you want to create the habits and the routine that is going to help with your goals. It's ultimately, you want to be doing something every single day that works towards your goals, and you don't want to be doing stuff, wasting your time, wasting your energy on areas of your life that aren't helping you reach your goals. It's just a waste of time. And it is hard. And I think if you've listened to my episode on boundaries, is that you're going to have to set boundaries to do this, because there's going to be days that you're not going to want to do it, or you're going to have something on, or you're just going to need to rest, and things will always come up, but it depends on what you want more in life. And connection. So I guess this is also about connection in a way, because as I said earlier, I didn't create this to share it. I just thought it's helped me so much, and it's from a lot of books that I've listened to, a lot of research that I've done, a lot of work that I've done internally, that I created this, and it helped me break a lot of habits that I've wanted to break for years. It's helped me fall in love with the gym again, which I haven't for years as well. And it just helps me wake up every single day, like, positive. I go to bed, I journal before I go to bed, like, I celebrate my wins. I focus on all these areas that really lift me up, especially in the morning, is listening to like a motivational podcast, learning something new. So before I even start my day, I've already achieved so much, and I'm so excited, because whatever else I achieve, and usually that's client work, which I still separate from my purpose and my personal life, which is my podcast and, showing up online and sharing my journey. That's separate to my work. My work I love my work, but that is still separate. So for me to have that me time in the morning before I have to show up more for someone else is priceless. It's priceless. So I've been through countless self-development programs. I've spent money. I haven't spent a lot. I've spent more on formal education, but in a way, I've never really had something that was tailored to me, didn't put the pressure on me, and I was able to go at my own pace, and I was able to have that accountability if I wanted to, but I always have felt pressured and like it was a competition, where this isn't a competition. This is a program, or you can call it what you want. Like, you don't even have to call it a program. It's 65 to Thrive, but it's just something that's designed to be flexible and customizable. And that's why I thought, why not share it? Because what's it going to hurt? It's only going to help people. When you are starting from something that hits your core values and your goals, and you can customize it to suit you, it's kind of, in a way, mapping it out. It's giving you step-by-step guide to create a better life for yourself. And here is the wild part. So I obviously created this before I was diagnosed with ADHD, and I haven't been going into it too much. Like, I've been sharing a little bit here and there, but I don't want it to identify me and who I am as a person. But I have to share this because what I've created is perfect. It's literally like a dictionary for a neurodivergent. anyone with ADHD or any type of, mental disorder in that way, it is a playbook in such, like literally a map to having habits and creating habits and being able to stick with them without feeling forced or without feeling like it's dreading. So I really had no idea what I was building at the time. Now I look back and it just makes so much sense. And it's been like this throughout my life. I always have had to have checklists. So I have a checklist. I have a cleaning schedule. I've always had that stuff. And my friend mentioned something the other day. We were just chatting. She's like, "Oh, you've always had like checklists and to-do lists and stuff like that." And I've always needed to have things in front of me to remind me. But it gets to a point where it gets stagnant. I felt like I wasn't consistent, where really being able to push through and do the 65 days and build my new habits and my routine have now been able to bring it all together. So it's all about simple, manageable steps. It's really about being flexible, and you really want your routines to be fun. Just for an example, one of the biggest parts of my routine is, I think, my journaling and celebrating my wins. So journaling morning and night, but nighttime, celebrating my wins, because we often have days where we will just be so tired and feel like we've accomplished nothing. And even for me this morning, I was really productive, had a really good morning, and then I did a few hours work, and then bang, I don't want to do anything. Like, I'm tired. I just want to relax. I feel all my energy is gone. But knowing that I have certain things to look forward to in the afternoon, like going for a swim, taking Pretty for a walk, going to the gym, reviewing my day, like tidying up the house, even though that doesn't sound fun, it actually is fun for me, because I know if I tidy my house at night, then I'll wake up the next day and I won't be overwhelmed and my house will be clean. So I think a few of the big reasons why it works for neurodivergent minds is because it helps reduce the overwhelm. If you know what you need to do throughout your day, if you can do certain steps, and I know that some days are going to be easier than others, I think you just need to realize that the smaller expectations you have and the less you set yourself to do. So it's really about starting small. So for example, you could have 3 tasks that you want to start off with, 3 habits, or like 3 new tasks that you want to implement into your daily routine, whether it's morning or night. You can really start as simple as that, stuff that you know that you're going to be able to do. And this is whether you're having a good day or a bad day. Best thing about it is, if you miss a day, you just start back the next day. And you don't have to have a perfect score over the 65 days. It's not about that. It's just about not giving up. You really want to understand your why, because when you know your why, things make more sense. I'm talking breaking it down to the specific. So why do you want to have a better routine when it comes to your gym, when it comes to your mindset, when it comes to your health? Like, why do you want that? For me, that would be because I'm a happier person. I feel better. I have more energy. I get less anxious. I don't get down and depressed. I feel like I could be more productive. So you really need to put feelings and emotions and attach your feelings or how you're going to feel, your future self, to the goals that you have. So what comes with the program? For now, to start with, it's going to be absolutely free. I don't want no money. I want you to experience what I have, and that's why I do my podcast. That's why I show up and share on my socials. It's all about sharing the greater good and helping other people, because if you've been here from the beginning, or if you've caught up on my podcast, you'll know that my main purpose is to help others not feel alone, to help others want to speak up, to help others have a healthy mindset. And overall, it always comes back to my dad and losing my dad to suicide. Nothing can change that. Nothing can bring that back. But I have a feeling, and I have something that I know deep inside me that I need to share to help others try and live better, live healthier, and battle their mental illnesses. And, just see how beautiful life is and how worth it life is and how loved you are and how you are enough. That's pretty much it for today's episode. I just want to finish with, if you feel like routines were never for you and you couldn't have that rigid army style life, it is a substitute of that, but it's in your own neurodivergent way. And I didn't want to exclude anyone, so this is for everyone. So my neurotypicals, if you're listening, this is also for you. You just might find it a little bit more easier to navigate the way that you build routines. I'm not saying that's going to be easier. It might be harder. It's just all our brains work very differently, and often we need more repetitive action to be able to implement a better routine. As I said, if you're neurodivergent or not, 65 to Thrive is for anybody that wants to change their habits, change their routine, level up their life, and be consistent, get more out of life, and live up to be their best self. Also, this is our first video. Thank you for listening. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I really love all your support, and I'm excited for 2025, what's to come. A little teaser, we have our first guest in the next episode. So I don't have a fancy studio and all that stuff. I haven't actually tested the audio, how it's going to go with another person with 2 microphones. I've been watching some YouTube videos, so stay tuned for that, because it's all about progress, not perfection. And I'm not here to be the perfect podcaster. I'm here to share value. Have a lovely week.